We've been a leader in banking for more than 100 years. You'll find us here, at home, on your phone, and everywhere you go. Renaissance Bank. Understanding you. Member FDIC. Equal housing lender.
Sponsored by Renaissance Bank.
Good morning and welcome to Daily Journal Newsbreak for Wednesday, January 10th. I'm your host, Chris Kiefer, and we're going to take a look at the top news and sports stories from Northeast Mississippi. But first, let's start with your weather forecast. Today is warmer. We're looking at cloudy skies with a high of 62 and a low of 58, 20% chance of rain. Looking ahead at your 3-day outlook, rain moves in on Thursday, high of 64 and a low of 39 and a 70% chance of rain. And then temperatures begin to fall. Friday, more rain, 80% chance with a high of 41 and a low of 24. Saturday, partly cloudy, the high is 36 and the low is down to 13. Let's take a look now at today's top headlines. Tupelo Mayor Jason Shelton has ordered the Mississippi state flag be removed from the police department headquarters on Front Street. It will be replaced with the City of Tupelo flag. The executive order was announced by Shelton on Tuesday morning with little advance notice. It comes about a week after the state flag, with its controversial Confederate emblem, was flown over the Tupelo Police Department headquarters for the first time. Ward 4 Councilwoman Nettie Davis and Ward 7 Councilman Willie Jennings both said the initial decision to fly the state flag showed a callous disregard for the city's black citizens. They also noted the move came at a time when there had been serious effort made to improve the police department's standing throughout the community. Speaking after a special council meeting last week, Davis addressed her colleagues with evident anger, but also tears. She said the state flag at TPD should be removed. After that meeting, Shelton voiced support for Davis's stance during an interview with the Daily Journal. The flag decision represents the most serious ideological rupture to occur between the Democratic mayor and the Republican majority on the city council. During the same press conference on Tuesday morning, Shelton also issued the first veto of his tenure in office. That move attempts to overturn a city council decision to authorize the construction of a turn lane on Enville Road into the Tupelo Christian Preparatory School campus. The turn lane was approved on a 5-1 vote last week, with one councilman absent. The council framed the turn lane as a cost-effective way to reduce strong traffic congestion and improve safety on Enville Road. They noted the road is a major commuter route into the city for out-of-county residents. Shelton has consistently said he views the turn lane proposal as an inappropriate use of taxpayer dollars for the benefit of a private entity. The mayor has said he acknowledges the presence of a traffic problem in the area. He said he does not oppose widening the entirety of Enville Road between the city limits and McCullough Boulevard. City Council President Markle Whittington told the Daily Journal Tuesday that he plans to hold a vote to override the veto next week. Production at the fire-damaged American Furniture Manufacturing Plant is returning slowly but surely. On Tuesday, about 200 of the company's 700 workers were busy building recliners and motion furniture. That's just 4 days after a massive fire destroyed about a third of the 1 million square foot plant. 2 warehouses full of furniture were decimated in Friday's fire. They were filled with some 50,000 pieces valued in the millions of dollars at retail. However, the portion of the plant that produces most of the furniture wasn't damaged. Equipment does need to be cleaned, however, since smoke and soot did seep into the production area. With about 300,000 square feet of warehouse space destroyed, American has had to rent alternative space around the county. It also rented a 200,000 square foot facility in Holka, where some stationary production will begin while other equipment is cleaned. For now, American has 5 motion and recliner production lines at work. 4 stationary lines will be added in about 2 weeks, and the rented facility will have room for another 6 lines for stationary. At the time of the fire, American had 17 lines of stationary production. And in sports, the Mississippi State football team finished 19th in the country in the final AP Top 25 poll of the season. The Bulldogs jumped 5 spots after defeating Louisville in the Taxslayer Bowl. They were one of 5 SEC teams in the final poll of the season. That matches the Big Ten for the most schools in the media poll. Alabama and Georgia topped the poll after Monday's national championship game, with the Crimson Tide grabbing 57 of the 61 votes. Georgia's number 2 finish was its best since 2007. Oklahoma was third, and Clemson finished fourth. Sixth-ranked Central Florida got the other 4 first-place votes. The AP National Championship is the 11th for the Crimson Tide, which is 3 more than any other school. It was the 5th title under Coach Nick Saban since 2009. Saban joins the late Alabama coach Paul Bear Bryant as the only coaches with 5 AP titles. That does it for Newsbreak on this Wednesday. Don't forget, this show is just one of the many online offerings courtesy of the Daily Journal that gets you your news off the page and on the go. Listen to the Prep Rally podcast for the latest on Northeast Mississippi high school sports with hosts Brad Locke and Dalton Middleton. Look for a new episode this afternoon in Apple Podcasts, Google Play, or at preprally.djournal.com. Each story discussed on Newsbreak can be found in your Daily Journal or online at djournal.com, where you can also find a new episode of Newsbreak each weekday at 7 a.m. Thanks for joining us. I'm Chris Kiefer. Have a great Wednesday.